Hey everybody. Welcome back to the channel, Tyke Tina Adventures.
Welcome back, guys. We wanted to show you this video about Japan. Even just arriving in Japan, from the moment we landed, we could feel it. This country just runs differently.
But in a good way. I mean, it feels like everything here is like calm, organized, efficient.
Quiet.
Like even the airport. We were starting our journey with our first impressions of Narita, which is a suburb of Tokyo. The whole area is like 14 million people. And also Tokyo and some other, I guess for lack of a better word, iconic spots where we couldn't resist visiting, including the Tokyo Sky Tree, which is a radio tower, the Shibuya Scramble, and of course we're Disney fans. We couldn't skip Disneyland, Tokyo, and DisneySea.
Yes, it was so cool. So if you've ever wondered what it's like to explore Japan for the first time, navigating the metro, staying near Tokyo, and taking in the incredible culture of Japan, then this video is for you.
Going back to Narita, right away, Narita felt really calm, really clean, and everything is incredibly well run. There's no shortage of people working in businesses. They're there to help you, but not hover over you. Immigration was really smooth. Plenty of English signage so we could tell where we were going, and it just all worked.
Yeah, it really did. It went smooth. This was one of the first airports. We've been using the little fast track to get through immigration.
Assistance companies.
We didn't use it here in Japan, but it went so smooth. Everyone's helpful. You follow the signs. It's a good airport to come into. We took a shuttle bus from Narita to Tokyo, and honestly, even the highway views were beautiful. The spotless streets, the green countryside, and not a single horn honk.
Yeah.
I loved the Narita area itself is beautiful with the lush greenery. Started our journey at the Crown Plaza Narita Hotel, and it was a perfect location to be away from the busy city, but still have access to Tokyo. And anything that we wanted to do. We have a really good map system of the trains and bus schedules that we're going to share with you in the description. For you to use too when you go, because we found it so helpful. Everything's kind of color coded. This map that we have can get you from the Haneda airport or the Narita airport, and it just shows you how to get into the main touristy attractions of Tokyo and how to get to the Disney parks, and we're going to share that with you so you'll have it for your use as well.
So that was our first big impression. Japan is really a lot of incredible attention to detail. Everything is very intentional. Everything's cared for. The sidewalks are nice and smooth, which we haven't experienced so much in our visits in Asia, but now in Japan, not so. And it's just everything feels that way, from how the people line up very orderly and efficiently for the bus, for example, or anything else. And how quiet it is. Even in crowds, it feels quiet.
So quiet.
That's another thing. If Japan is known for anything, it's their trains. And yes, the rumors are true. They're pretty amazing. We rode the metro, the JR trains, and even some local buses in regard to public transportation, and every one of them was like clockwork.
Yeah. Even one of the buses that we were on coming back from Disneyland, got in a bus ahead of, they pulled into a station, and the bus ahead of them, a car accidentally ran into the side of the bus, and it caused about like a 20-minute delay. And it was very organized. The police officers came into the front of the bus and told us what was going on, and there was, of course, they were speaking in Japanese, so we just kind of guessed what was going on. When they first announced it, everyone kind of went, oh, and looked out the window, and I kind of looked at the girl, the cute little girl next to me who was Japanese with her husband or boyfriend, and I said, I don't know what they said, but I'm thinking that maybe they said there was a car crash. And she said yes, car, bus, boom, you know. So that was very kind of her to help me, and she was even getting out her Google Translate and saying things for me in Google Translate, and I told her, arigato, arigato, thank you for helping me, and she's like, oh, arigato. They're so nice. So buying tickets was surprisingly easy too. We get a little overwhelmed with public transportation because we're not used to that. In rural Idaho, they don't have a lot of public transportation.
No public transportation.
So we were a little bit overwhelmed at first and found it confusing at first, but when we got the hang of it, it was surprisingly easy too. Everything's color coordinated. If you try to scan your ticket into a turnaround style to go into a platform or station that your ticket isn't for, it will reject it, so you can't really go the wrong way. All the machines that we used had an English option, so you just chose the language, chose English, and then everything was in English. And the people were so helpful. Sometimes we just went up to the window and asked the attendant, can we just buy our ticket here? And they said yes. So
and there was even a time that more than once where the attendant came out of the station, walked us over to a machine and walked us through which ticket to get. Personal attention.
That really helped. I appreciated them walking us through it because we needed to learn it on our own instead of just asking them to sell us a ticket right there. So that was nice. Everyone just went out of their way to help us. Anytime we asked someone for help, they not only told us what we needed to do, they would even walk us to the place where we needed to go, or as close as they could get
more
to
than
it.
Once.
Just out of their way completely. The Japanese culture is so kind and helpful. Their way of thinking is to put others ahead of them, and that is really refreshing.
So the metro stations, I mean, this is a big city. It's a mega city. And they can be huge. They can be like their own small cities underground. But once you figure out which color line you're on, everything is really clear and logical. If there wasn't a digital reader sign above your platform where you were to tell which track you were on, there were signage on the pillars, and the station stops were posted with an arrow telling you which way the line was going, and that way you could be sure that you were right on the right platform.
Yeah, we both agree that this is hands down one of the best public transportation systems that we've ever used. We did really like the Bangkok train system as well. It was super easy and
really clear,
really easy to use
as well.
And this one is also a very nice.
When you got to move 14 million people around, you better be good at and better be efficient. Yeah.
So one of our first sightseeing stops was the Tokyo Skytree. And wow, what a view. The Tokyo Skytree is the tallest structure in Japan, and you can see the entire Tokyo skyline for miles. On a clear day, you can even see Mount Fuji. We went on a day that was not quite so clear. This tower is the tallest tower in the world, and it's the second tallest structure in the world. Like I said, the day we chose to go, it was a little foggy, so our views were limited, but what a spectacular view. And it was a really fun adventure to go on for sure. The only thing I would suggest is if you are a little height sensitive, like don't like heights, I wouldn't go. The elevators go super fast, and you are way up there.
Incredibly fast, and that's really kind of worth the trip as well, because you can watch the floor ticker going faster than you can read it. And at the top, boy, it's not just the views. There are shops, restaurants, glass floor, quote unquote, you can stand on. Don't be squeamish don't jump on those if you're not really very height sensitive. But the cool part was they also gave you a free photo, a courtesy photo, and you could obviously buy more photos. That was the intent. But if you just wanted the free photo, they didn't argue with you. They didn't try to upsell you, and just very respectful. So, and a bonus to that, they'll even take your picture with your phone, which we hadn't found was common with
No.
these skyscraper tours that we've been on. Usually they didn't even want you to take a picture with your phone as if on your own, let alone have them take it for you. So, but the nice part is you can have that picture right away and post it to your social media.
Yeah, that was really nice. We went during kind of a midday time. It was a great time to go as far as busyness. There weren't too many people. And you really get a sense of how massive Tokyo is. So we would highly recommend this as one of the touristy things you do. We paid about $20 a person to go up as high as we could go, and it was worth it. We liked it. We liked getting out there and kind of getting a eagle-eye view of the whole city.
Yeah, and so it comes right down to the fact, if you're going to visit for the first time and you're going to visit Tokyo for the first time, make it a point to go to the Skytree. You can go to the structure itself for free. There's no charge, just be around it.
Yeah.
But you're already there, you've come all this way. Go to the top of the tree and take a look. I mean, it's a great introduction to, I think, the spirit of Japan and the scale of Tokyo, and really that kind of, I guess, the energy of this country.
Yeah. And like Tyke said, you can just go to the grounds and just look around. If you're going, when we left that night, it was getting dark, so the tower was lit up and it changes colors, so it's really pretty spectacular and a beautiful sight just to see, even if you are maybe afraid of heights or don't want to spend the money. We get it, everyone's on a budget. If you don't want to go up there, just go to the grounds and just look at it. And there's a mall and plenty of places
There's a mall right
to eat.
attached to it, so you can go in and out of the grounds, and plenty of places to eat, shopping, easy access to taxi services or public transportation.
Yeah,
so it's not really like it's out of the way. If you're going to Tokyo, you might as well plan on going.
Yeah.
So next, we couldn't resist, because we are Disney fans, we couldn't resist Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo DisneySea. And they, like the other parks in Disney, have their own distinct flavor and style, and they're honestly unlike any Disney parks that we've been to in the world.
Yeah. They were really cool. We spent one day at each park, which really isn't enough for us, but we made it work. They were long days, but we made it work. DisneySea especially blew us away because it's nothing like really a lot of the other parks. It kind of just stands on its own. The detail, the food, the themes, it felt like we were walking through movie sets, maybe a little more immersive than the US parks, and everyone was so polite. I really enjoyed that you could get up on the boat and you could look out over the actual Tokyo Sea and see these beautiful horizons. It was gorgeous, very picturesque. Lots of really cool photo op spots.
Large walkways.
We did go during Halloween, which we do not recommend, because Tokyo, people in Japan love to dress up, so it was super busy. And the day we went to Disneyland, it was full capacity. They were not selling any more tickets.
Sold out.
The park was at capacity, and you could feel it. There were a lot of people there. The wait lines were long. Everyone was dressed up. Well, not us.
It felt
not
like
everyone.
It felt like everyone
at
was
first,
dressed
when
up.
we first walked into DisneySea, we thought, "Oh, there's Ariel,
There's
there's
a character.
Cinderella, there's a character." No, they were just guests dressed up, and people would stop and want to take a picture with them. It was really like we had to shift our mind for a minute, because we were like, "Okay, there are a few character spots, but you can tell it's a real Disney character because they'll have
an attendee,
a staff person with them and the Disney name tag on, so anyway, that was very interesting.
Yeah, and they are like a lot of things in Japan. They don't take that lightly. If they're going to do something, they do it right.
They go all in.
And
they looked like a real Disney character.
Some of them look better than Disney characters that I've seen. It was pretty intense. But that's what's nice is Tokyo, Disneyland Tokyo. It had a really familiar feel because it's Disneyland, right? You have a castle, you have all the
Everything's
traditional,
kind of set up the same
yeah,
way.
you have the traditional lands set up in the same order, but they had their own spin on things, and you know, just the detail. Again, something we love about Disney is the consistency and the predictability. The food was great themes, but again, it felt like a movie set, but with the Japanese twist, right? The snacks, the merchandise, and boy, the parades. They love the parades. Even people
Yes.
standing in line for a ride that could view the parade were dancing and singing along with it, and
Well, and the parade workers that were making sure people were lined up right and everything were out there getting the crowd amped
yeah.
up for the parade, doing like little hand gestures.
dances and sing-alongs, and it was
really fun to feel all that energy.
You could tell that it's really somewhere where the Japanese people can go and kind of let their hair down a little bit and be a little less reserved.
Yeah.
And they know that, so they're prepared to have a good time, but respectful at the same time.
Yes. And the best part, everything was so spotless and perfectly organized. Japan really knows how to blend fun with efficiency for sure.
And efficiency from a financial standpoint, they were one of the least expensive trips we've ever taken to a Disney property in the world.
Yeah.
The tickets were very reasonable. The merchandise, I will say they don't merchandise maybe as heavily as the U.S. parks, but what they do
you can find
have,
a lot of things. Just you can find a variety, but you just can't find the extent, like hundreds of shirt options, or you
pretty much just 2 baseball cap options, not like America where there's several. But the reasonable prices. I mean, they're a T-shirt
like a
under
shirt
$30,
shirt for $20,
a sweatshirt under
sweatshirt
$50,
for
which
$35.
is unheard of in the U.S. Of course, that has to do with the exchange rate, but at the same time, it's a reasonable thing to consider doing while you're here. Don't rule out while you're here that you maybe go to Disneyland or DisneySea, either one, and it's not as expensive as you might think.
Right. Of course, no trip to Tokyo would be complete without the Shibuya Scramble Square. This is the world famous intersection where hundreds of people cross the street at the same time.
All the lights.
And you have like 5 different streets crossing. So all the streets, you've got 4 streets, and then you've got one that crosses diagonally through the middle. So you've got 5 different crossings going at the same time, and all of these people just moving. Very organized. It's wild, but it's organized chaos. There's so many people, lights, sounds, but still no one's pushing, no one's shouting. Everything just flows. So you have to bring your camera and some good walking shoes for your Japan trip. The best way to experience it is to just do it.
Do it.
It's super easy to use your credit card, or you can get out some local currency anywhere you need to. Japan offers lots of ATMs, and most of the local areas accept credit cards. You do need to have cash for some things like the bus or the train systems, so make sure you have some on hand for getting around. Make sure you have some 1,000 yen bills, and you can also do some 5 or 10s, but the buses only take up to 1,000. The trains will take up to 10,000 yen bill. So just make sure you know that, so you don't get yourself in a bind with the money situation, because that would not be fun.
And one quick closing comment about Shibuya Crossing. It's kind of like the Times Square of Tokyo. We felt. But all around it, there's so much to see and do.
Yes.
So when you go there, don't just plan on crossing the crossing or watching it take place, which, I mean, think about 3,000 people crossing the street all at the same time from different directions. That's kind of the idea.
It's pretty crazy.
It's crazy.
And
But
there are
there's-
lots of restaurants around that
Yes,
you can go
shopping.
up to a second or
Yes,
third
there's
level
observation decks.
and observe the crossing, which is
Yes.
really cool. The train will pop you out right at the Shibuya
Literally
Crossing.
right at it. You walk right out into it.
So if you take the train to Shibuya Crossing, you'll walk out right there, And but then just like Tyke said, walk around because there's so much to see. There's malls, there's food,
shopping, there's a Disney store.
A really cool Disney store.
There's lots of flagship stores for different clothing and footwear.
Sporting
and
goods,
just things to do. And of course, nowhere short of places to eat. There's plenty of places to find something to eat.
Yeah.
So take some time while you're there. It's really easy to navigate and well worth it.
So our first impressions overall, Japan feels incredibly efficient, very polite, and beautifully balanced between the modern and the traditional.
Yeah, and I can't overemphasize it. It feels like one of the cleanest and safest places we've ever been. I mean, I even tested the safety factor where we left our bag and on a table in Disney. We left it at a restaurant table so we could get our food. And I bet it was there for a good 5 solid minutes.
Oh, at least.
And we came back and nothing had been moved, perfectly intact. And you can just tell that there's a pride in how things are maintained. It's out of respect not only for what they're doing, but for other people. And it's literally from the trains to the buses to the convenience stores to the hotels.
Well, even when we were at Disneyland, I saw an attendant that was standing at the entrance. You know, they stand at the entrance to the line of the rides to make sure you know that that's where you get on Thunder Mountain Railroad or whatever. He got out of his spot and walked probably 10 or 15 feet and picked up one single piece of trash off the ground and went and threw it away. I've never seen. And he wasn't like a janitor like you see at Magic Kingdom with the little stick where they don't have to bend over. They just poke the trash and pick it up and put it or sweep it into their little dustpan. No, he was the attendant for the ride, but he knew at that sense of pride that that was his responsibility to make sure everyone on that ride had a good experience, and picking up the trash was his job. So he did it. So yes, we're talking about convenience stores and places to eat. The food is amazing. Even quick grab meals at 7-Eleven are really, really good.
And you got to check out 7-Elevens. You've heard us mention it before, but if you haven't, watched some of our other videos, subscribe. And 7-Elevens in this part of the world, they are
very cool.
They're like their own little self-contained supermarket. They're really great.
Well, we even found a white dress shirt at the 7-Eleven in one of the little Tokyo town, the town near Tokyo.
All the majority of the business people here wear white shirts, and they had new fresh white shirts for sale at 7-Eleven. So it's, you know, but again, that's about convenience and respect, and anticipating what the public wants. But again, you know, Japan, it's a huge country. I mean, it's a small island, so to speak, you might think, but it is max populated. And going to Tokyo, going to Narita, we're barely scratching the surface. We know we are, but you know, it's winter chicken dinner. Japan has really won us over. And so please stay tuned. We have more videos coming on where we stayed, what we ate, things to do, and not just the touristy things, but just something you can do on an everyday basis. Go for a walk, visit a mall to do some light shopping, and how it compares also to our life in Southeast Asia.
Yeah. So if you've enjoyed this one, please hit that like button.
Hit that button.
Please subscribe to our channel.
Subscribe.
Give us a comment. We love to see the comments and answer all of your questions. And let us know what
Have you been here?
Have you been here? Have you been to Japan, or is it on your must-travel list? Thanks, guys.
Thanks.